Lend me a hand and I can lift off the horse from its pedestal, remove the horse from the pedestal. After picking out the cement at the joints, after knocking out, removing the cement which joins the statue to the pedestal. What we can do anything if we have a basis of understanding. The foreigner thinks Munni understood everything. Munni also thinks the foreigner understood. But they have not understood a word of what each other is saying. So, the next paragraph, at the state of mutual mystification. Mystification is from the word mystery, something which cannot be understood. So, here mutual means one another. Here, Munni and the foreigner, each other, mutual. Mystification means not able to understand, was complete, and there was no need to carry on a guessing game at the meaning of words. The old man chattered away in a spirit of balancing of the credits and debits of the conversational exchange, the good and the bad, the credit and debit. That is what was understood and what was not understood by each other. Conversational exchange means the talking, the conversation, and said in order to be on the credit side. He wanted to do more talking. He wanted to show that he is a better speaker than the foreigner. He said, "Oh, honorable one," that is the foreigner, "I hope God has blessed you with numerous progeny." Progeny here refers to children, and Munni is telling the foreigner that he hoped that God had blessed him with a lot of children. I say this because you seem to be a good man, willing to stay beside an old man and talk to him, while all the day I have no one to talk to except when somebody stops and asks me for a piece of tobacco. Munni is lonely, nobody talks to him. Only some passers by, some people passing on the road, when they stop to ask him if he has a tobacco, if he has a cigarette with him. So he is happy that the foreigner has talked so long with him, even though he did not understand anything. But I seldom have it. Tobacco is not what it used to be. He doesn't have the money to buy cigarettes nowadays. Noting the other's interest in his speech, Munni felt encouraged to ask, "How many children have you?" With appropriate gestures with his hands, realizing that a question was asked, the Munni and the foreigner made signs with their hands, and they both understood that a question was being asked. The foreigner understood that Munni was asking a question. Realizing that a question was being asked, the red man replied. The foreigner, the American, said, "I said 100. So Munni asked him how many children he has, but the foreigner thinks that he is asking him, Munni is asking him how many children he has. But Munni, the foreigner thinks he is referring to the price of the statue. So he says 100. "How many children have you?" With appropriate gestures with his hands, realizing that a question was being asked, the red man replied, "I said 100, which encouraged Munni to go into details. So Munni thought the foreigner understood his question, so he goes into the details of that question. "How many of your children are boys and how many girls? Where are they? Is your daughter married? Is it difficult to find a son-in-law in your own country also?" In answer to these questions, the red man dashed his hand, dashed means quickly put his hand into his pocket and brought forth his wallet, his purse, in order to take immediate advantage of the bearish trend in the market. So, Munni thought that he is talking sales talk and he has accepted the 100 rupee note. He flourished a 100 rupee note currency. He flourished a 100 rupee currency note and said, "Well, this is what I meant." He showed the 100 rupee note and he thinks that it is Munni is referring to 100 rupees. When Munni asked him, how many children you have? The old man now realized that some financial element was entering their talk. When he saw the money, he understood that they were talking about finances, about money. He peered closely at the currency, the like of which he had never seen in his life before. He is so poor that he had not even seen a 100 rupee note. He knew the 5 and the 10 by their colors. 5 rupee note, 10 rupee notes, he understood by the color. He did not touch it or possess it, or he did not have it. Although always in other people's hands. This 10 rupees and 5 rupees, he saw it in other people's hands only. He did not have the privilege to own it, to possess it. While his own earning at any time was in coppers and nickels, was only in coins. What was this man flourishing the note for? Perhaps asking for change. The foreigner is offering 100 rupees for the statue. Munni thinks that he wants change for 100 rupees. He laughed at himself, at the notion of anyone coming to him for changing 1,000 or 10,000 rupee note. He is laughing because he is so poor and nobody usually comes to him, approaches him for change. He said with a grin, ask our village headman, who is also a money lender. He can change even 1,00,000 of rupees. The village headman, and he is a money lender. He can change even 1,00,000 of rupees in gold sovereigns if you prefer it that way. He thinks nobody knows. The village headman thinks nobody knows how rich he is. But dig the floor of his puja room and your head will reel at the sight of the hoard. Hoard is hidden money. So where is he keeping the money? In his puja room. And he is keeping it under the floor. And if you see the money, the amount of money that this headman has, your head will reel. You will feel dizzy. The man disguises himself in rags. He wears only torn clothes in order to mislead the public, in order to make the people believe that he is poor. Talk to the headman yourself, because he goes mad at the sight of me. I cannot go near the headman because the headman is very angry with me. So he is telling the foreigner to go and get the change yourself. Someone took away his pumpkins with a creeper. Pumpkin grows on a creeper, so someone stole it. Not only the pumpkin, but the plant also. And he, for some reason, thinks it was me and my goats. The headman thinks Munni and the goats stole the pumpkins. That is why I never let my goats be seen anywhere near the farms. His eyes travel to his goats, nosing about, attempting to wrest nutrition from minute greenery peeping out of rock and dry earth. The small leaves or plants which is growing in between the cracks in the rocks, which is food. Nutrition means food, good food for the goats. The goats were trying to get some food from the plants peeping out from the rock or from the dry earth. The foreigner followed his look and decided that it would be sound policy to show an interest in the old man's pest. Munni looked at the goats. The foreigner thinks that it would be good to say something about the horse, something about the goats in order to please the Munni. He went up casually to them and stroked their backs. Casually, without any aim, leisurely, he went and stroked the back of their goats. With every show of courteous attention, he pretended to be very interested. Show means pretension. He pretended to be interested in the goats in order to please Munni. Now the truth dawned on the old man. So now again Munni is thinking that the foreigner wants to buy his goats. Now the truth dawned on the old man. His dream of a lifetime was about to be realized. His dream, which he had been dreaming all his life, was going to be realized means was going to be fulfilled. He understood that the red man was actually making an offer for the goats. He had reared them up in the hope of selling them someday. He understood that the red man was actually making an offer for the goats. He had reared them up means he took care of them in the hope of selling them. He wanted to sell them someday. And with the capital, with the money which he got by selling the goats, that is the capital, opening a small shop on this very spot, that is near the horse statue. Sitting here, watching towards the hills, he had often dreamt how he would put up a thatched roof here, spread the gunny sack out on the ground and display on it fried nuts, colored sweets, green coconut for the thirsty and famished. Famished means hungry, very weak, very tired. Wayfarers, people traveling on the road, on the highway, which was sometimes very busy. So he is dreaming even about the things which he is going to sell in the shop. The animals were not price ones. They are very thin. Animals referring to the goats. For a cattle show. But he had spent his occasional savings to provide them some fancy diet. Sometimes he used to spend a little bit of money to buy food for the goats. But even then they were very thin. Fancy diet, paying money and buying food for the goats. And they did not look too bad. While he was reflecting thus, the red man shook his hand and left on his palm 100 rupees in 10s now. Suddenly realizing that this was what the old man was asking. It is all for you, or you may share it if you have a partner. The old man pointed at the station wagon and asked, "Are you carrying them off in that?" Them refers to the goats. Are you taking the goats in the station wagon, in the vehicle? Yes, of course, said the other, understanding the transportation part of it. Transportation, that is carrying the horse from one place to the other. The old man said, "This will be their first ride in a motor car." There means the horse, the goats. He is saying that this will be their first time they are traveling. The goats are traveling in a motor car. Carry them off after I get out of sight. Otherwise, they will never follow you, but only me. Even if I am traveling on the path to Yamaloka. Yamaloka means hell. Even if I am going to die and I am traveling in that path near death, the goats will follow him. So, Muni is telling the foreigner to take the goats only after he has gone away from that place. He laughed at his own joke, brought his palms together in a salute, turned round and went off, and was soon out of sight beyond a clump of thicket. He disappeared behind some shrubs, bushes. The red man looked at the goats grazing peacefully, perched on the pedestal of the horse. As the westerly sun touched off the ancient faded colors of the statue with a fresh splendor, he ruminated. The setting sun also brought some color into the statue. Ruminated means thought. Reflect also means thinking. Ruminate means thinking. He must be gone to fetch some help, I suppose, and settle down to wait. Muni must have gone to get some help in order to remove the horse. When a truck came downhill, he stopped it and got the help of a couple of men to detach the horse, to separate the horse from its pedestal and place the statue in his station wagon. He gave them 5 rupees each, and for a further payment, they siphoned off gas from the truck and helped him to start his engine. They gave him some petrol so that he could move his vehicle. Siphoned is to remove the liquid from the container to another container. Here the petrol is taken from the truck into the vehicle of the foreigner. Muni returned homeward with the cash securely tucked away at his waist in his dhoti. He shut the street door and stole up softly to his wife as she squatted means sitting on the ground, cross-legged, before the lit oven, wondering if by a miracle food would drop from the sky. They had nothing in the store, they had no money to buy the things to make the drumstick sauce. So Munni's wife had gone to work in the houses and get money to buy food items. Munni displayed his fortune for the day. Fortune means the money, the 100 rupees. She snatched the notes from him. Snatched is to take it away quickly. Counted them by the glow of the fire, by the light in the fire, and said, 100 rupees. How did you come by it? How did you get so much of money? Have you been stealing? I think you have been robbing. I have sold our goats to a red-faced man. He was absolutely crazy to have them. He gave me all this money and carried them off in a motor car. Munni says he sold the goats and the foreigner took the goats in his station wagon in his vehicle and carried them off. Hardly had these words left his lips when they heard bleating outside. They heard the noise made by goats. She opened the door and saw the 2 goats at her door. Here they are, she said. The goats were there at their door. What is the meaning of all this? Munni said he had sold the goats, now the goats are there. He muttered a great curse and seized one of the goats by the ears and shouted, Where is that man? Where is the foreigner? Don't you know you are his? He's telling the goats, he's so angry and frustrated. He's telling the goats that you belong to the foreigner. Why did you come back? The goat only wriggled in his grip. Grip is holding the goat tightly. Wriggled means struggled. He asked the same question of the other goat. The goat shook itself off. His wife glared at him, glared to look angrily and declared and said, If you have thieved, if you have robbed the money, the police will come tonight and break your bones. They will beat you till your bones break. Don't involve me. I am not involved in this. I don't have anything to do with this. I will go away to my parents. I have decided to go back home. So let the police catch you and take you to the police station. You will be beaten till your bones break. Now I hope you have all done the homework. I gave you homework, the test paper 14 on page 220 to 225. You must write one essay, the letter and the grammar questions, the unseen also. You can send the grammar and the unseen passage before I send you the answers. So I want all of you to do the homework and send it.